Infinite Cup has gone live. Here we are. BMV FIT coming in. Are you ready? So it's been a while again.
I'm ready, man.
All right. So I'm just excited for you. And like I said, everything that we've done, this is something that all this information is very clear. And it's so awesome just to see you in your life and seeing, use this information in such a way that you're performing great and everything's just gone skyrocket. So again, just a little background about yourself, how we met maybe, and then just the new lifestyle changes that you've done. And like, it's been almost a year now. And yeah, I'm just curious how things are going.
Yeah. So Robert and I actually met at the Healdsburg Shed. It's a little organic farm to the table. It's over in Healdsburg, and it's a little restaurant. And I was actually just getting out of college at the time, and I was really into bodybuilding, and I was eating chicken and broccoli and stuff, and I thought I was doing this self-discipline diet thing, and I don't know, Robert one day, he approached me, and he's looking at my meals, and I'm eating these meals every day, and he's like, I'm telling you, man, you could do it way better. And he's telling me to eat more veggies and incorporate more fruits into my lifestyle. And I just thought he was crazy. I was like, this guy doesn't know a thing, he's telling me to change my lifestyle, and no, he doesn't know. And I actually was struggling at the time. I had a couple of injuries and things like that, and I actually didn't have a lot of energy, and my brain and my processing for information was real incredibly slow, and it was actually impairing my ability to be able to learn, be able to think clearly, and be able to really just just perform at my best. And here comes Robert telling me to change my diet and stuff, and all of a sudden, I took his advice, because one day he really said something that resonated with me. He was telling me you can get more protein in this way. It's more efficient, more effective. You're not going to cause inflammation in your body. And I didn't really know any of this stuff, and I took his honest advice, and from there, I just made a complete change. I went vegetarian, and then, I tried going vegan for 3 weeks, and that's actually been my ultimate goal. It's taken me some time, so I refer to myself as being plant-based right now. But I'm telling you right now, when I made that change, my workouts, I had more energy. I started training fasted. Robert he's like a book. He's like a knowledge bomb of just a ton of information.
I just want to say,
I'm so grateful for a friendship like that.
There's no, paid advertising. I just want to say there's no paid advertising at all in this, because those are all amazing words, and I feel like people are going to think that I'm paying you to say this, and it's just not the case.
No, it's truly what I feel. Robert seriously changed my life, and I promise you guys, you guys can go on my Instagram page, and you guys could look at the very bottom. I used to be eating meat and stuff, and then you will see where I changed to plant-based. That was because of Robert. So thank you, Robert. I've had more energy in my life. But
I'm here for you 100%.
Fast forward.
I just wanted to slow down real quick, because just a few key words that you said real quick was energy, okay? Because, yes, that story was amazing, and I think really what I want to get across as to all people is the word energy, right, and how we are energetic beings. And that's a great story, because I remember exactly when we met and all of those things were happening, and I just kept seeing you, and I was so frustrated every time you were just eating this chicken, and you're drinking these raw eggs, all this stuff, and behind my back I'm no, don't do it, so
the raw eggs.
And this is simply from an energetic perspective. It's no judgment here. I want to get that clear, right? Because it wasn't I was coming across hey, you're doing this wrong, Bryan, you need to do this. It wasn't like that at all. And I think this is the point I really want to drive home here, because this is something that has to happen from within, these choices, and I want people to ask questions. I want you to ask and question everything. I don't want people just to say, oh, Robert said this, so I'm going to do it. This is not what it's about. And again, I have to thank you, because you have taken this information, you've taken it home, you've done the research for yourself, you've gone and talked to other people, you've asked questions about your peers and your friends, your family, and here you are. And a quick note too, it's not about, titles like I'm vegan or plant-based or whatever. You're doing great, dude. Seriously, you have gone leaps and bounds from when I can see it just in this conversation, in your face and your mental clarity, all of those things. I mean, we all want big muscles, you know, and to look better and all those things, but that's going to happen. To me, those are side effects of the mental clarity and the vitality that you have in your daily life. So again, I just want to give you credit because it's about the work that you put in, right? It's about the work that you've done, and now you're reaping those benefits and eating the fruit of your own actions.
Those are incredible words, man. I'm telling you, there's no way that I would be able to do what I do on a day-to-day basis without implementing what you've taught me. And, you know, yeah, there is no paid advertising, and I know it sounds like there is. I really am grateful because Robert, I was a very stubborn person, I'll be honest, and it took a lot. You know, Robert was very persistent, and once he did get through to me, I was asking him question after question. What about this? Wait, what about, you know, you're decalcifying your pineal gland? How do I get more clarity? How do I get more energy? You know, how do I get this vitality? And, you know, he actually inspired me to start my BMV FIT, which is building body, mind, and vitality. So, you know, Robert, kudos to you. You know, now, just where I am now, I'm working, trying to move up into sales at a BMW dealership.
Good.
You know, I'm trying to start that real estate investing company, and I'm currently, you know, just training in the gym and working out. And I'm telling you, there's just no way it'd be possible without the energy from reaping the right habits, the right health habits.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that's really what it gets across. It's not about some magic recipe or some, you know, exercise program. This is on an individual basis for everyone, and that's really the point I'm trying to drive home here. And like I said, out of everybody that I've coached or just talked to, you in particular have taken this information and really assimilated it and used it in your life, and I just see you coming, you know, leveling up all the time. So it's just, I could barely, I feel like I could barely catch up with you because we're just skyrocketing, you know what I mean? We're just going and going and going.
Hey, I can say this for you, man. I'm like, one day I look at your post, it's like about a blueberry muffin, and the next is like 5 more posts about like your salads, and you're on an elephant, now you're in Thailand. Like, what's going on, you know? It's amazing to see, man. And you know what? You really truly remind me of like how life should be, you know, us living just like from our intuition, you know, and just going based off of what we feel. And life doesn't have to be that complicated. It's, you know, it is what you make it. But I love the words that you use, man. Number 1, the natural and sustainable. And then the 2, creating a life that you love, man. It's so true. And I do still think about, I always think about the words that you said, because really they're in my head now. And you know, I have to, when I do my meditation in the morning, you know, I think about those words, and you know, it's a daily reminder, and it's an everyday thing, like you mentioned, you know, and it's just, it's really inspiring, man, and it keeps me going every day. There's been times where I'm down here and I want to give up, you know, but then, you know, I just keep going on because I have that daily practice and routine set. So thank you, man. Perfect.
No, I appreciate that. And it's, you know, it's the same boat for me. You know, this is literally a daily practice. Like literally the same recipes, the blueberry detox smoothie, whatever, is the same thing that I'm doing, you know. So that's the, you know, a big point that I want to make here is it's not like some special thing. I'm literally doing the same exact techniques on a daily basis. My morning, you know, yoga, meditation, the smoothie, these are just, you know, tools, as I like to say, on our tool belt that we need to incorporate in our lives for optimal performance. And it's not like you drop off or take a cheat day or whatever. This is something that you do every single day, and there's no limit to the amount of energy that you can get. So that's what we're here for, right? We're here to do what we love. We want to create a life full of sustainability. Therefore, we can keep doing what we love for all the way till the end. None of this. And I want to, you know, for me in particular, I feel like, you know, my calling is to combine the health with that spirituality and the energy, because you could have the best diet in the world and you still, you know, could be lacking on the lifestyle skills. So I really want to merge those two things together, because I saw you and your routines. You were so in, you're portioned out, and you're in the break room. Right. Everything was so set.
I was.
and that's all wonderful. It's just these slight little upgrades, you know, these slight little things like, hey, incorporate this, do a little bit of that. Hey, how about meditation? How about checking it? You know what I mean?
It's just about being a little bit more aware, you know? You see what I was doing before, just eating all these, you know, like these raw frozen chicken breasts that have really no nutrient density, and
Exactly.
they're pumped with hormones, and
Yeah.
and then really you could just go down to your organic market or your farmer's market and get some packed nutrient dense food,
Yeah.
and that would make you feel so much better. It has the fiber to clear out your digestive system.
Exactly.
It's just making those little changes are just life changing, and over time, like you said, because I'm someone who really wants to get my results quickly,
Yes.
but you really do need you make those little changes to get to that point where you're actually getting your results, and you'll feel better. You do have to put a little bit more work in, but you will feel so much better, and the mental clarity, just the health benefits are amazing. It's unmatched because
Yeah, it's unmatched because this is going to last your whole life. This isn't something that you're just, yes, we all want these instant fixes and the gratification. The thing that I really want to hone in on is the foundation, trying to build, whether it's building muscles, losing weight, whatever it is, we have to start from a really good foundation. And most of us, me included, you included, we just started out with the standard American diet, and we haven't had a chance to really, build that foundation yet. So that's what you've been doing now for over a year or so. It's what I've been doing for many years now. It's something that we have to do, really get that foundation in there and go from there. Once you feel confident in these teachings like you do now, it becomes effortless. Once you make that habit, it really becomes effortless. So it's not something that takes so much action. It's just that first getting over the hump. And like I said, you've done this now, and I'm just excited because now we can just level up together and keep this show going. Whenever you want more, you got it.
Oh, of course, man. You know that I'm ready for more. I literally, oh man, just to let you guys know, I would not let Robert escape. Like, I would just follow him, and I'd be like, Robert, tell me more. And he'd be like, hey, you got to implement that information first, and then come back to me, But I was so eager to learn from him, and he just he was always so willing to help me out. And man, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, man. Robert is one of these guys that just has some of the most intense energy I've ever seen. Like, it's just unmatched. And I'm not trying to boost your ego, Robert, or anything like that. But I'm telling you, on a day-to-day basis, when you bring out that passion to really truly help others, that's a fire inside that you don't normally see, man.
Yeah.
And you have that fire, and you ignite it daily. And you're gonna change a lot of people's lives. You can see it actually because on your Instagram account you're blowing up, your YouTube channel's blowing up. Why? Because you're doing good for people,
Yeah.
And people are gonna see that. And the best of luck to you with everything. I know you're gonna make it happen, man. And I'm blessed to have met you, and to be going on the way.
Heck
together.
Yeah.
We can get to that. You know what I mean? But I feel great, man. I feel fantastic. So there's no complaints. I feel great, and every single day I'm thankful. One thing I did want to mention is so I actually didn't have a routine, and Robert telling me the importance of creating habits and building a routine, and he just told me, once you establish this routine, you could really, really perform at your best. And he was not lying. Right now I'm doing a cool shower. I'm doing some meditation, and then I go out and I'll actually meditate in the sun because I'll get some vitamin D and just really feel grounded and get that time that most people don't get.
Mm-hmm.
I know
So
that there's a lot of stuff going on, especially if you're like an entrepreneur or something.
Mm-hmm.
You're running around doing a lot of stuff. It's very important to get that time to yourself to just really clear your mind and your thoughts and get that time. And that's something I learned from you, man. And it's so helpful. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
It's really crucial.
It's insane.
That's the most important part. Yeah, it really is. It really is. And that's exactly why I wanted to do this video, because I want people to see, from your eyes how this transition can happen, because I feel like a lot of people think that, veganism or even healthy or even meditation is so unapproachable, something that they feel like, I feel like, especially in this day and age, there's almost too much information, So it's about wiggling through all that misinformation and getting really straight to the truth and have it resonate with you so you can take action and bring it into your life. So that's what I want to do for everybody. That's my sincere desire.
If I can add something that you just said right there, something that is very important that Robert just mentioned is, back in the day when the reason I was eating the chicken and, the traditional bodybuilding style and these steaks and these ground beef, turkey balls. Like I was eating like over 200 grams of protein of that stuff a day. You know, it's insane. My stomach just now compared to what I was doing before, it's effortless. It's effortless. Everything just gets digested, nice and clean. I have one bowel movement in the morning, and then that's it. That's it. But back in the day, you know, I got led in the wrong direction because, and I don't want to say it was because someone was trying to trick me or fool me, but there's some misinformation that just is out there, and if you don't know how to filter through that stuff, then you're going to fall victim to basically what I felt victim to, you know. And Robert was there, thankfully, and he was able to actually, you know, tell me that what I believed was so I was actually not true. You know, it really wasn't. And you know, he had to shed some light on my situation, and I realized that, you know, what he was telling me was true. And I'll actually give you a brief story. I had a couple of injuries actually from squatting wrong. I'm a certified personal trainer. I know it sounds kind of funny. I messed my knee up, and my LCL basically was giving me issues, and it was causing pain for weeks upon weeks. And I got so desperate for an answer, and I went to the doctor. They couldn't do anything. They prescribed some medication, and then, you know, Robert was like, why don't you know, just like stop eating all this inflammatory foods, like this meat, this dairy, it's getting you congested, it's causing inflammation. And I was like, all right, you know, he's been right so far, let me try it out. So I tried it out for like two weeks. I went vegetarian, and then the pain went away. Actually, and I also injured my lower back. The pain went away there too. No inflammation. I was able to go into the gym, hit it hard, and just recover really well. So, dude, I'm telling you, bro, you literally gave me so many good tips that I like use every single day, and I think about that stuff every day. Good. It's like nonstop, man.
Yeah, good. No, that's why I'm so excited for you, dude, because I preach this stuff all the time, and I feel like I'm hitting a rock on a lot of people. So it's the type of thing where you have to be open, you know, as a heart-opening experience. And yes, injuries will do that, you know, because you get injured or you're not, you know, feeling well inside, and it makes you curious. You're like, how do I feel good? What do I need to do? And you get desperate, and it makes you open up to new possibilities that you would have never even been open to before. So that's why me looking back, I'm thankful for the universe and everything, because look at that divine timing, how perfect that came at just the right time when you needed this information, especially for injuries and things that you can incorporate for the rest of your life. Literally, this is timeless information. And the best part is, like, this is nothing new. This is literally fruits and vegetables, the most natural food on the entire planet. There's nothing new about this. There's nothing, like, cool about it. There's no, like, thing to sell you on, and that's why nobody gets it. It's because it's almost too simple, you know? Fruits and vegetables. I literally can't put it any simpler than that. And yet I'm hitting a wall all the time. So that's why I really want to bring it to you as an individual, because you're a personal trainer, you're in the gym all the time, you're seeing these people, and you see it firsthand what's actually happening in your day-to-day life. So that's why this is so important, because it goes beyond our day-to-day. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll actually see, you know, some people who were in my state before, and they're lugging around. They don't have that energy, and I'll tell you, I don't see very many people who really just have that huge vitality, because the thing is, like you said, it seems like the answer is so simple because it's right in front of you. But, you know, actually one thing that I learned from you that I don't do enough, but I would like to, is, you know, getting the fruit or my veggies straight from the source. You know, because I think you were saying that there was like more nutrients in the flower, or once you actually pick it, it's more fresh because it's just coming off of that root. So that's something that I do have to try out. And I'll be honest with you, ever since I've been eating fruit, like in my mornings, oh man, I don't feel sluggish. I don't feel like I want to sleep. I just feel like I'm ready to go. I have all this energy, you know, and that's energy I could put towards music, put towards helping others, and, you know, just anything in life, really. So it's awesome. It's great, man. No complaints, perfect, only positives, you know?
Yeah, no, you're doing great, dude. And that's the thing. That's what I want to remind you, is like, you're doing phenomenal. I know we could all do better, right? Just a constant reminder, though, is we're all doing the best we can right now in this moment. So this is great that you're looking forward to new things. And you're right. You're totally right. getting your fruits and vegetables straight from the source is going to be way better, and it's going to save you money. Going to the farmer's market or even going directly to the farm would be way better. It would save you a lot of money, and it would also give you more energy because that fruit is directly picked from its source, and then you're able to eat it a lot faster than it's, you know, sitting on a grocery store shelf. So like I said, we're all making these upgrades, and it's just a matter of, you know, how much willpower we have and how much energy we have to direct it towards these things. And you're doing great, dude. And that's one thing that you're going to implement, no problem, because you're right there in the Bay Area. There's tons of little farms. There's great fruit being grown out there. You probably know some people from the shed or whatever that can even hook you up, you know, and give you some good deals. So yeah,
right. Yeah, that's definitely right.
Yeah. So just quick question. Just give me just one little kind of, you know, before and after of what you know, like your main component. Like, do you think it was the food, or maybe like your gym routine? Like, what is the biggest thing that has like changed for you?
Okay. So I would say probably one of the biggest things that has changed for me is number one would be the habits that I've placed into my life now as opposed to what they were before.
Yeah.
And the second thing would be just my overall diet. I really am not eating meat, guys, anymore. I'm very plant-based, vegetarian pretty much, and just kind of staying away from animal stuff, really.
Yeah.
I'm very limited dairy, and so those actually two things are very huge for me right now. They're things that I practice every day. And I guess the third thing would be mostly, the spiritual side of things. So my meditation and actually making that a habit every single day, that's part of the routine. But that's just, it's been changing because it's given me actually so much clarity and the ability to be able to function well. And this is actually everything we're talking about here, guys. Everything I'm talking about right now, I learned it from Robert, really, because I didn't do this stuff before. I really didn't. I didn't even want to. I didn't care for it. And the biggest thing that I could say now from who I was before is I can think clearly now. I'm more confident. I don't know if that came from the routine or what, but my stomach and I just feel overall healthier, and I feel like I'm not congested anymore. I used to be really congested, and I wasn't able to sing anymore, and I used to be able to sing well, and you know, Robert was like, hey, you're congested from the dairy and all that stuff, man. And then I took a break from that, was able to sing notes again. I was like, whoa, I'm hitting an F or something. I don't know, but you know, just really overall awareness of my body, and you know, self-awareness, and being able to understand my intuition, and making life not seem so complicated, really, and really just understanding life, overall health, and more energy.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
As opposed to what I was before.
Absolutely beautiful, because this is a full circle. You see the full circle here? You see how you adjusted one thing of your life and it affected another. And you adjusted that and then it affected the other. The confidence came, the mental clarity. Like, you see, it's like a domino effect. Everything just happened synergistically, you see? That's the key point here, because that's what I want to drive home. It's not just about diet or just about lifestyle. It's about everything. This is an equal importance thing. The meditation, the right timing of the food, this is all equally important here. And that's why I was like, you know, trying to give you information as much as you can digest without overloading you, because sometimes I overload people and they get overwhelmed, you know what I mean? So that's why it's a matter of just take it off, you know, how much you can chew, assimilate, and then bite some more.
There you go, yeah, because I know I was asking a lot of questions. I was like, Robert, what about this? Tell me about sun gazing. Wait, what about the grounding? What is this? Like, I want to know how to increase my energy.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Insane, man.
We'll do it all. See, that's why I started this Infinite Cup. That's why everything's happening. I'm really, you know, at the point in my life to just get this information out there. So yes, and yes. So, okay.
Oh, and I'll back you up too, man. I got your back 100%, because, hey, you changed my life, so let's help change other people's lives, man.
That's what we're here to do.
It's a never-ending thing, man. It really is.
That's what we're here to do. All right, this has been awesome, dude. Thank you so much, dude. This is phenomenal. You know, if you want to get more information from Bryan, anytime. BMV FIT, check him out. Social media, Facebook, Instagram. He's there. He's got all the training. I mean, it's just been good, like I said, to see you level up, man. And If you want to see more videos of mine, don't forget to check it out, theinfinitecup.com. Go ahead and check out, we got van life videos, I'm really trying to show you guys the lifestyle here. Represent, natural, sustainable. Let's do this. Let's create a life we love. Let's get healthy. Guys.
Get that
Let's
energy.
do it. All right. All right, guys. Blessings.
Subscribe to the Infinite Cup.